Okay, it's been less than a week that I bought my GlowForge, and I'm going to do a less than a week ownership review. What things, I've liked about it, what things I've done so far, what things maybe I'll do different. Well, I can't really do that because, well, it's too late. But maybe things that I'm not sure about. That'll be part of this as well. So if you're considering buying a GlowForge, make sure, the one thing I learned very quickly was that you can get a referral code to get up to $500 off, depending on what one you purchase. And that is a huge discount. And there's some things that the person gets who refers it to you too. So that's kind of cool. So if you're interested in GlowForge, have a look, GlowForge, or maybe a beginner. Follow me. I'm going to be doing a lot of content videos about my experience and my journey through all the things that I can do with my GlowForge. Okay, first off, this is the most beautiful thing. This is the GlowForge. And I'll talk about the products in a second, but here's the placement. So you have to think about where you're going to put it. So this is my temporary spot. I have a smaller table that's coming because I don't like that it closes out my second door there, but I have the ability to vent out to this window. So I'm debating on a permanent sort of venting system, or this may not stay in this location. But for now, every time I cut, I open up the window and vent that out. And that's really important. I also have an inline fan that I've purchased. Just haven't put that together yet. I need to do that as well. So sort of step one is sort of determining where you're going to put your beautiful piece of equipment so that it keeps safe and that you're safe with the venting system there. Okay, another part of sort of the learning curve and getting, used to your GlowForge is GlowForge will send you a nice little packet. You can upgrade the packet. Oh, that's not one of them. You can upgrade the packet to include more pieces, but I don't have it all organized in the sense of what exactly. But the cool thing about the products that are available in their proof grade store and they will send you samples of is a couple things. One, it is good quality product. I can definitely see that very quickly. Whether it's hardwood, acrylic, leather, all of the pieces that came are good quality. This is acrylic. It's kind of cool. This is some hardwood. And there's bigger pieces in this. They're just sort of underneath here. The second part of the products that they send you has this QR code on it. So the camera that is in the GlowForge, which you're going to use a lot to make placement of your products and where to put the images that you're about ready to cut, that camera is used a lot. It's also used to read this QR code to tell the design center, the area that you're going to design bring your piece in to cut, is going to read this QR code so it determines the cut settings. So I would say that the two biggest pieces of learning curve, actually three biggest pieces of learning curve would be understanding the products and what settings to use to cut them. Two, understanding how to design products, because really their design quote unquote piece is not very good. You're 99.9% of the time designing it outside of the GlowForge product and bringing it in. So you need to know how to use like an Illustrator, or I use the Silhouette Design Store or Canva. I use all those pieces to sort of prepare my designs so far, 1 week in. And then the third probably learning curve piece is probably just maintenance. And that's the part I don't totally know yet. I know I'm being careful and I'm trying to follow directions, but ultimately this is going to need a cleaning. It's going to need, parts, hopefully not too much. And so I haven't really gotten to that part yet. So back on the products. So I got a huge little pile, well, I wouldn't say huge, a good little pile from GlowForge, which was really nice because I could cut that first day. And then the second thing I did was I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I ordered some products, and I think these quality products are going to be great also. You'll notice that the GlowForge products also have the protective coating. And so as you're learning about it, this masking is going to be important because it protects the wood from this burnt cast. So when you start to peel it off, you know, there's less overburn. So, but for instance, this piece of wood that I got and I cut, I didn't cut it properly. So I'm learning. So I went to Home Depot and I also got some other pieces, but I also kind of screwed that up. Gosh, this is not going to be the how I screwed all this up before I got started video, because 99% of the things I've done so far have worked out really well. But I did go to Home Depot to get this wood, but I had it cut to the wrong size because it's too big to put in the GlowForge. Now, I guess technically I could, oh, that's not true. I could put it in this way. That was one of the selling points to Pro for me, which was to be able to put in larger pieces through the pass-through. So, okay, that's not a lose. That's a win, because I'm going to use that for a bigger piece. Then the next little trip I did was, oh, I don't have it. I'll have to cut and paste it in. Is the cutting board. So I went to IKEA and I got all these cutting boards, and I cut my first cutting board last night. I thought these were pretty cute. So I got those pieces to do as well. And then I also did some ornaments. And so I'm testing kind of thin balsa wood compared to like a thicker pressed wood. Made a couple things here, and then I made this acrylic piece and the good measure. And then I started to stain different pieces so that I could kind of learn about how a few of these stains will check. So that's where I'm at so far. It looks pretty messy, but I'm learning a lot. Okay, well, that's 1 week in on my GlowForge. Okay, it's been less than a week, but I got it on Wednesday, I think it was. So I've made ornaments, I've engraved, I've scored, I've cut some good stuff. I've got some stuff that didn't work out. I'm definitely learning, but one thing I will say is I immediately was able to put in product and download images from the design area, the premium stuff, and cut it right away. So I felt pretty good about that. I was very nervous about that, but I am now getting into, okay, I need to design my own stuff. How am I going to do that? And then of course I need to get into the sort of maintenance. I want to protect it. It was a very expensive item. I've committed to sort of stepping up my crafting, and I bought the bigger piece. So thank you very much for watching. And again, like or subscribe. And if you think you might be purchasing a GlowForge, my referral code is in the links there. And let's go on this journey. Let's do this.